Welcome to Questionable Fandom. I'm Alex.
I'm Casey.
We are on episode 21.
Oh man, I can barely keep up. I'm
Yeah,
glad I'm committed to this thing. Today's not a good day for me. I feel
man,
horrible.
for you, good. Horrible weekend. Today's made it a little better, but
What, horrible weekend for you?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean,
I blinked.
yeah,
I don't feel good.
fair. I mean, my cat died yesterday morning while I was still out of town.
Yesterday morning, or
Yeah,
was it?
it was yesterday morning when she got taken into the vet.
Yeah.
Now, it was like noon at night, which I'm not trying to compare these two. They're nowhere near equal, but
Yeah,
it's just like the cherry
Yeah.
on top.
of course.
Went to restart my iPhone because it's like, this is acting really sluggish. Let me reboot it because that generally fixes that.
Yeah.
It never turned back on.
Yeah. That sucks. That also sucks.
Yeah.
I didn't have any bad thing happen. Just I only got one day off work this week, so I've worked whatever it is, 6 out of 7 days or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this coming up week for me.
And today I have just the gnarliest toothache, headache, neck pain. I haven't eaten all day. Just don't feel great. And it was the weekend and busy.
Yeah.
Ugh, man. And on my way over here, it fucking out of nowhere. Yesterday felt great all day. I took a walk when I got home. I worked all day on weekend. Went straight from work to play Star Wars Edge of the Empire. Then drove home. And then walked a mile and a half. Because it felt great outside and I didn't walk enough at work. But when I started walking, I just got going and just walked a lot. And then today I feel like shit, so whatever. But I don't physically, just
Right.
whatever.
But yeah, this is going to be a fun week for me because I'm on the second shift after 3 weeks being on the second shift. And I got the early shift on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's going to be so hard to wake up on Saturday.
I did it. I do it every week. Mine changes every week.
Well, yeah.
Mine's a 3-hour discrepancy every other week. It's sometimes it hurts.
I mean, if it's a normal rotation, I could probably have managed, but it's
Yeah.
going to be 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I got the early shift.
Yeah. No, I know. It. When I'm on my later shift, I'll go to bed at 3.
Right.
And then on a Saturday, it sort of depends on the Saturday, but I might stay out even later. And then on a Sunday, if I work and I have to be at work at 9, I gotta get up at 8.
Right.
Be at bed worked up at 8 or something like that. So, oh man, so it can be gnarly. What'd you do? What'd you watch? Anything while you were out or read?
Watched some bullshit on TV, nothing of note.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Read a bunch of training manuals.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
I watched a couple more episodes of Titans since we were on a tape delay for 2 weeks. 2 episodes or 3? 2. 2
Three.
weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks where we didn't record. So I've seen 2 more episodes.
2 weeks of pre-recorded.
Yeah. Yeah, so 2 more episodes of the new Titans season.
I did watch a bunch of stuff today.
I bet. Yeah, I should do today.
Well, yeah.
I've been rewatching Ballers. Titans is still the weirdest show ever because they have good. I feel like they want to make a good show. It's not like they're phoning it in. I think everybody's trying hard. I just don't think they have the ability.
Right.
They did a second episode and it was fine. It was okay. But again, there's just stuff that they do that is just unneeded or they just don't have the capability of doing. They got people in the second episode they just have a bunch of people that are buddy friends now. And it was they literally, some of them had literally met 2 days ago. They're doing buddy cop scenes and stuff like that.
That happens in
man.
fiction all the time.
Man, man, so some of them, there's a stupid ass scene where Jason Todd, who's a trained Robin, right?
Right.
Is fighting Beast Boy, who's not had training at all. He just has been looped into the story just by happenstance because they won him in the story, right?
Right.
They're doing a training fight, and Beast Boy beats the guy without using any powers or anything, just in hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, I see you confused.
Okay, yeah, that sounds legit.
The dumbest shit I've ever heard. Stuff like that, where it's just they're just skipping over stuff for no particular reason. Then the third episode is all flashback. It has nothing to do with the current day at all.
Okay.
And it's great. They flashback to when it was just all the good Titans, like all the adults. It's like
Right.
Robin and Hawk and Dove and Donna Troy and Aqualad, who they've never talked about or mentioned ever in the show.
Sounds perfectly reasonable.
So it's like, in the first season, one of the most ludicrous things they did was like, they had all these things where Dick Grayson was having sex with girls. Like, they flashed, Hawk and Dove have always been like a couple deal, you know, obviously like they're together always. You never have one in a comic without the other.
Right.
They had like a flashback in the first season where like Hawk doesn't like Dick because he used to fucked up.
Okay.
She cheated on him with him, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, whatever, that's dumb. And then like he goes on and has sex with Starfire and like all that. It's like this is... But in the flashback episode, they're a team and Robin is with Dove. Hawk's just still on the team. Like I guess they're trying to be cordial or whatever.
Right.
And the guy who's playing Aqualad is fucking awesome. I've never heard the guy or anything like that. But like the energy he brings is way better than everyone else in the show. Like he's great.
Right.
And the CGI, the shitty, terrible CGI they have in the show, works for him because all he does is fucking throw water. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have, you know what I mean? Like, he has like a thing where he throws some water at a guy. I'm like, well, that's bad CGI, but like, it's water.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like a creature, or like, you know, like some energy blast or explosion. It's fucking water. Of course it can be low end. So I'm like, man, this guy's perfect for this show. They kill him.
Of course. I mean, why would they keep him around?
I knew he was going to die when they introduced him, like, just the way that they talked. I was just like, well, he's going to be gone. Like, that's the whole reason he exists. This episode exists, is like to create a backstory or whatever. But they didn't have to cast the best actor in the show to do that one episode.
I mean, that may have been one of those they didn't realize he was
I
going to
know.
be the best actor.
Well, like, it's not even just that. It was just like all the stories that they were telling were better stories than the current day stuff. Like, you had like a love triangle. Aqualad like Donna Troy. Donna Troy is like Wonder Girl. She used to.
Yeah.
So it's like he likes her, and she sort of likes him, but doesn't want to get with him because he's Atlantean, and Atlanteans are impulsive, and Themyscirians are not impulsive, right? They're like measured and disciplined.
Right.
And there's a thing of like she can only be away from Themyscira for so long. You know, she's like on an exodus or tour or whatever. It's like she doesn't want to fall in love with a guy and then have to leave because he can't come.
Reasonable. Yeah.
So it's like these are actually decent plot lines, like that adults would have. Like I get these plot lines, and like the actors look pretty good,
Right.
and it's just one. Why didn't you just do that show? Do you know what I mean?
Probably would have been more interesting, but it's not the classic Titans.
I mean, Donna and Aqualad and Dick are classic Titans.
Well, I know in the
Yeah.
true sense of classic, but when you say Titans, Teen Titans, it's not the group that comes to
yeah,
mind.
I know what you mean. I mean, like Hawk and Dove, like when they did it, I was like, why are Hawk and Dove and the Titans? But like when they did it, like they're good actors and like they
Right.
have good plot lines. I was like, sure, I feel you. I mean, the only guys they're missing are like they're missing like a Kid Flash and they're missing Speedy, Roy Harper. And Roy Harper was in like he wasn't in a scene, but he called someone like on a phone, like his name popped up on the phone. So like I guess he exists, and I don't want to see them try to CGI a speedster. Like I don't even want to see them try. So they can just never even.
That
mention-
may be why they haven't been in the show.
That's what I mean. I
They
don't
may
even.
not have the budget.
I don't even want to see them try.
Right. Well, I mean, they could do like half a second of him going off screen and then you just never see him until after the combat.
Yeah, like.
Or they do like super slow motion of what he's doing.
Now, to be fair, they did that in Smallville, and I always thought it looked awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to do a speedster. And then you got one guy going normal speed and then whoever's getting attacked or whatever
For
is
like
going
3
super
or 4
slow mo.
years, for like 3 years in Smallville, when his powers were essentially only speed and strength,
Right.
and like he would get like a new power every season. So like he got like X-ray vision in the first few seasons. That's where he got like X-ray vision, heat vision, super hearing,
Right.
and like would learn like got an episode 2 to learn how to use them. Like all of his action scenes were him super speed, where everybody else just slow camera, and he would just walk up and like touch them, just pat their chest, and then when it would come out at super speed, they would all fly
Right.
on just on wire rigs. or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It was like, yeah, you spent like $40 to make that shot, but it makes dude look like a badass, and it's like he's so much faster than normal people are, you know. And then when they did a Kid Flash, they did a race where everything's in slow-mo except them, and
Right.
then they did a Kid Flash thing where then Clark was in slow-mo to him, because he's just so much faster.
Right.
You know, okay, well,
There's ways you can do it.
the actual speedster effect, I don't even want to see him get anywhere near it.
Yeah, like where they're just zipping around.
Yeah. I mean, the only effect they can even, like, remotely do is the lasso, the Wonder Woman, like, lasso, because it glows or whatever.
Right.
They kind of got that down, but, dude, it's a fucking glowing string. Like, if they can't get that down, but that's the only thing they got down. They don't even have, the Beast Boy never even shapeshifts.
That's so strange.
They ain't got the budget to make him shapeshift.
I understand, but it's so strange.
I think he's shapeshifted like one time this whole season. Like half of it's done.
Right.
A third of it's done. He's
Yeah.
like a main cast member.
Meh. Oh well. Maybe they're just saving their budget like Game of Thrones did.
I don't
And
think so.
buzzing out all the special effects on the second half.
I don't think so. Yeah, they got Superboy supposed to be coming in soon. He's on like some posters. Like at least him, he doesn't have any flashy powers.
Right.
And their villain's Deathstroke, and he's just like a dude. So hopefully, trying to have a superhero show with as little effects as possible. I don't know what the budget is for that show, but it's gotta be terrible.
I don't know. From the stories.
Oh man, it's terrible. They're absolutely wretched. I mean,
Did manage to watch the first 2 episodes of The Good Place, season 4.
4?
Yeah.
Like the one that's airing now?
Right.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah. I watched it on Hulu today.
I watched 3.
Oh, you finally watched 3?
Yes, I have seen all 3. I liked it better than you liked it. I thought it was super tight. But, to be fair, it's got like 12 episodes or something, or 10.
It's an average length for that show.
It's like 10 or 12, I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's not super long.
I mean, it's not like a full
Yeah,
length show.
it's 10 or 12. And I thought it was doing nothing until like episode 4.
Yeah.
And then like 4 and 5, I was like, man, this is like tight. Like the script is so good.
Oh, I didn't say it was a bad season. It's just
Yeah,
season 1 and 2, in my opinion, were better.
Yeah.
It was the weakest for that show.
gotcha. I don't know if I thought it was the weakest. I thought it was really good. I just thought, and I thought season 2 was the same way, where they kind of had to get their footing,
Right.
like get their ideas straight. And this new one's supposed to be the last one, so I guess they're
Yeah.
fucking out of ideas.
This last one just immediately picks up where season 3 stops.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff come out recently. The Ranch. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I
on
haven't
Netflix.
watched it.
It's like 7th season just came out
Yeah.
or something.
I need to. It looks good.
Most people I know that have seen it liked it.
Need to watch a new season of Disenchanted. I like that show.
I know. I didn't like it. But
I still need to check out Carmen Sandiego. They just got its 2nd season.
yeah, I haven't seen that either. I want to check out that Sheila show.
But watch the 2nd Lego movie.
I did too. On
Today.
HBO.
Yeah. Good movie.
I thought it was. Oh, it wasn't as good as the first
Yeah, it's
one.
not as good as the first, but it was still good.
I thought it was totally fun though.
Man, I watched the Lego documentary on HBO today.
I probably already seen.
It's like where the narrator's running around as a minifig.
I don't know. I've seen a couple of
parts.
documentaries
Yeah.
on Netflix. I watch a lot of documentaries.
Well, it was on HBO.
Was it an HBO documentary or was it on HBO?
I think it was just on HBO.
I think I've seen it. I've seen one that was like pure history. I've seen one that was like history and they were doing like stuff in the present day.
Yeah, I think that's what this one was. It was like it was a history of the company and then how people use it
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah. And they went over like those big mega builds they do for conventions and stuff. And then they were doing they went through like they even like mentioned some third party guys.
Right.
Like,
There were on the one I watched was the history of the company, and then they did a story which they'd spread it out. Some lady that built Riverdale in Legos,
okay.
like the whole city.
Yeah.
Then they followed some dude who won designed a set and it won the contest to be made an actual Lego set that furthered the Mars rover.
I don't think I've seen that one though.
Okay. And then they did that stuff about the giant X-wing,
I've seen
the
that.
life-size X-wing,
I've seen that.
and the little kid that got to see it.
Yeah.
And then there was like the doctor that worked with autistic kids.
Maybe I have seen it. And I just don't remember the first bit.
The Mars, or
The part before that.
the Riverdale.
Yeah, I don't think I remember Riverdale. I remember the X-Wing foreshore
Right.
and the autistic, and then I think they showed the guy. Well, again, I've seen more than one documentary, so.
Fair.
But I know that there was one where it showed the guy who does guns.
Yeah, there was that. So he
it's-
was in
okay,
there.
It's definitely the one I've seen.
Okay, yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And they did like the dude that did the art with Legos,
yeah,
recreated masterpieces and had his own original works.
yeah, stuff like that I really find neat. Like I love
I enjoyed
documentaries.
it.
So that was I remember watching that last year on a spell I did. Like I had a whole week where it was all like weird toy documentaries, like that Toys That Made Us show had like a second season. I watched it.
Yeah, I need to watch more of it. I watched the Lego episode of it, but that's all I've watched.
Oh, the show's great.
Yeah.
Then I watched like the Lego documentary, maybe another Lego documentary. I also in the same week watched two Barbie documentaries. Like one was in that show.
Okay,
The Toys That Made Us, but there's a Barbie episode, and there's a Hulu exclusive Barbie documentary, but it's like more of modern times than anything else.
Okay.
It takes place like 2014 or something. Like whenever they were having like some financial issues, and like they would like again, we're not in that world, so like I didn't know about any of this, but apparently they were taking like a lot of flack for the like the Barbie image. You know what I mean? It's that thing.
I remember hearing stuff about that when it was going on, but
so
I didn't pay attention to it.
It was only interesting for that. Like the consensus in the public eye was like Barbie is shitty because it's ran by old white guys that obviously like see women this way. Like that's what they thought, and like the documentary like shows like a meeting that they have for the board of directors, and it's legitimately 6 women and a gay guy. Like that's the freaking people that run Barbie for Hasbro.
Mattel.
Oh, from Mattel. Sorry.
Right.
Like it was, like I said, it's like some women in their 40s, one really young girl, a couple of older women that just grew up with Barbie.
Right.
One lady who actually had been there from the beginning, and then like this gay guy, and then it was just like they were like, yeah, we're not those people at all, and we like hate taking all that hate when it's like completely unfounded.
Right.
Like that's the whole reason we're trying to do this documentary. Like we don't mean anything bad. We're you. Like all of us owned Barbies.
I mean, to be fair, Barbie's had like every single career under the sun.
Yeah.
So I don't understand fully. I mean, she has an impossible figure, but
it's a toy.
And it's impossible.
Yeah.
Not realistic at all.
So they did like it was them like designing some, them going over how they could like design tasteful like BBW Barbies and like just like different body styles.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, sounds like you spend a lot of money on R&D you don't need to spend, but they had to do it. Whatever. I guess like different outfits or whatever,
Yeah. You watch anything else this week? Weeks.
I watched the new Men in Black movie, Men in Black International, with Thor and Valkyrie.
Yeah.
That movie was actually pretty good. They had it for rent on Amazon Prime for like $3.
I need to watch it. I want to watch it.
I thought it was good.
But I also haven't seen Men in Black 2 or 3, so...
It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And it's like better than those two anyway.
That's not too hard.
Yeah.
From what I've gathered on the plots of those two.
I like, I actually don't hate 3. I don't hate any of them. But the 2 has got like the dog, like the alien dog or talking dog or whatever. And it's just so, whenever that movie came out, 2004 or whatever, 2003. It's like when you watch it, you're just like, oh, this is just such a 2003 movie. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like I saw some review of, I saw like somewhere a poster for Spy Kids. It's like, I'm sure Spy Kids like isn't a terrible movie, but it's like, I'm sure it's just so 2003. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it probably is.
Like it's
a product of its era.
Yeah, and movies like that, I mean, they just don't wait. So that's my thing on 2. Like I haven't seen it in a long time. It might be like way better than I remember. I just remember it being like, let's just recycle everything and add a talking dog. And it'll be great. It's like, no, it won't. I liked International though. Like Thor is playing Thor. That's like from Ragnarok, where he's just like he's a badass, but he's just jokes all the time, doesn't take anything seriously. The girl like tricks her way into MIB, like.
Yeah, I saw that from the trailer. She found them when they're supposed to be unfindable.
Well, the thing is like an alien comes to her house when she's a little girl,
Right.
and the Men in Black like come and like flash her parents, and she's like watching from the window, and they don't see her. So
Okay.
it's like she sees the Men in Black, but she doesn't get that little
She doesn't
memory
have memory
flash.
what?
Yeah. So like she just goes through like her life and becomes like super badass or whatever until she finds
And finds their headquarters.
yeah, she becomes like
Or outpost.
she becomes like a crazy person where she like tries to like use fake accounts to get the space telescopes and like track stars and police reports and
Right.
like just like find aliens again because she thinks they'll be there and like they will in
Right.
that universe. So like eventually she finds something and just follows them or whatever. And I guess they just like let her try to join or whatever. It's good. Like the action's really good. Both of those, those two got chemistry from like Ragnarok. They were good in that. They were good in this together. I thought the jokes were better than the other movies. It's not so much like, oh, it's funny because the aliens are weird thing,
Right.
So I thought that movie was good. It wasn't too long. A lot happens. I'll say it had odd pacing, but like good pacing.
Yeah.
Like the thing moves and moves and moves, and like they go to like a bunch of different places and get through. They get through a lot of movie in like 94 minutes or something.
It's actually pretty nice to hear.
Yeah.
Because one of those, more and more I look at it, movies are just getting too damn long nowadays.
Yeah, movies just overstay their welcome for sure.
Yeah, they don't need to be 3-4 hour long.
Yeah, there's no. Unless again, like it's something great.
Yeah, if it's something you've been building up to for like 10 years, okay, yeah. But for your average movie, no. 2 hours is kind of pushing it for a lot of movies.
Yeah, it seems to be like that's the new minimum.
Yeah, it really does.
Jesus, this is like I feel like.
Because I look back at some of the old movies I used to watch when I was younger. It's like they're all like 90 minutes or something.
80 something.
Or less. It's like
that's with credits.
Like those are some good length movies.
Yeah.
I realize credits have gotten longer just because it's got so many more people working on the movies.
Yeah, but dude, like those movies. I mean jeez.
Yeah.
Movies. I mean, like the Avengers movies. Look again. Culmination of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, those are generally like 4 or 5 years of build up going into those.
So I get that. I watched that new Quentin Tarantino movie that was absolutely fantastic, and he's like a master filmmaker. He's
always done long movies. Yeah. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah, and they're good. Okay, and again, he's got a track record, so it's like do it. You're tight. All right. What was one of the DC movies was like? I think Aquaman. It's like 2 hours. It's like, why in the fuck is this movie 2 hours? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's just useless. What?
No. Trying to think of. There was some movie I watched fairly recently, and it was like, it doesn't need to be this long.
The Need for Fast and Furious movies are like that.
Yeah.
But they're just, not all of them. Like, the first one is like a legit.
But it's also made back in the era of 90-minute movies.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it gets in and out.
Yeah.
And the second one's a little long. But, like, it kind of, it's there.
It's still in that era.
But, like, yeah, that fourth, fifth, some of them, just, man, they get, like, real long. You know what I mean? And they're not bad or anything. It's just, like, do we need all of this? You know what I mean? Do we need all of this in here? You don't watch wrestling, but they had a big wrestling week this week. They had a new company get on TNT, which is...
I actually saw commercials for it.
Yeah, I know. They promoted the hell out of it.
Because I was watching sister channels of it when I was out of town.
Yeah. WWE has always been on USA, and it was always like their competition. There's lots of companies that have TV. They're just like on channels you've never heard of, unless you have like the badass package or whatever. Like there's stuff on like Access TV. I don't know what that is. No one knows what that is. Like Discovery America, Destination America, and Pursuit TV and Pop TV. Like just stations no one's like ever heard of. So it's like for somebody else to get on TNT, which is like in as many homes or more than USA. It's like that's pretty legit. And they did a good rating. That was good. I didn't watch it live. I don't have cable or whatever, but I streamed it from the site the next day. And then on Friday, WWE actually had one of their shows go to Fox. Just the local, whatever your local,
I think I actually saw something about that as well.
They're two big stories. You know what I mean?
For someone who doesn't watch wrestling to hear about both of them.
Yeah. Well, again, they were both promoted the hell out of. They were both big deals. You know, I mean, that Fox, that WB on Fox deal was worth like $2.3 billion.
Damn.
For like 5 years, but still, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's an ungodly amount of money. Because it's fat. I mean, that's what I love about the business of that, and that's why I get so into it. And different, like different news, sports news and stuff. It's like just following trends of like how television ratings work these days, and like what. Even the USA deal that they just did for the other show that was on USA anyway, but obviously like one got renewed for USA and one got passed up and went to Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the USA deal is also worth a crap ton of money too. But live, live television, live quote unquote sports television is more and more needed because it has less of a DVR rate. Like Big Bang Theory has great ratings, but it's like 70%. It's like 24% watched live,
right,
or something like that. I mean, it's like a really low number because it's like, of course you can DVR Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually like Family Guy. I know they're saying its actual live broadcast ratings are horrible, but the DVR more than makes up for it.
Yeah, and the reruns they do.
And then there's all the syndication on it.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the thing of like these dramas and stuff. It's like, once DVR got big, and then more as people have done more stuff, and you can stream on every website and stuff. The average cable television show at this point is like in the 25% watched live mode. It's like nobody. I mean, people do it, but like my grandparents don't even watch shit live and haven't for years.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have cable like you, so if I can't stream it, I don't watch it really.
So. And most of the shit we watch, we aren't counting the ratings anyway. We don't watch stuff quick enough. But like SmackDown, I think when they signed the deal, they were at like 82% live, which is of course just multiple, because it's a live sports-centric thing. They put everything on their social media a couple hours afterwards. So if you don't watch it live, you're gonna get spoiled.
Right.
So I mean, like that's worth a lot of money these days. I did watch that Fox show live. I don't have cable, but I did like a 7-day free trial or something just to see the episode premiere on Fox or whatever.
Okay.
What?
I don't see why you needed a 7-day trial to watch something on Fox.
My TV wasn't working.
Okay.
The TV I have is a really big TV in my room, but it doesn't work. Like it doesn't change the channel.
It's more of a monitor for you at this point.
It's all it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it doesn't even. I can't even adjust like the sound or anything. It will just turn it on and off. I have a sound bar for that. But I did go to another room to try another TV, and like 13 just wouldn't come through. I need like an antenna or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's why most broadcast TV works. Is you need an antenna.
Well, like they did like a thing where I don't know. There's some TVs that'll pick it up for you, but yeah. I tried. I couldn't get to it. And there, I think in the living room I could have, but like I went down there and somebody was like playing or something. So
right.
I just like signed up for some 7 days something or another and watched it. Something like Fubo TV. I like canceled it right after. So Fox will let you watch an hour of Fox Live for free on the website.
Ooh.
Like that's the website I went to first, but I was like, it's broadcast television. Like,
right.
Maybe it streams on their website. That would be legit to me.
Yeah.
And it was like you have an hour to watch it off the site, and then you gotta sign in or sign up. And I was like, oh, do they just want to track like user data or whatever?
They want money.
Exactly. Like you have to sign in with your cable provider. I was like, I can go downstairs and watch it for free. Why do I have to sign with a cable provider? Like, I understand if you want to like me to put in like some demographic information,
right,
or something like that. But because obviously, like I'm not like in a Nielsen program. Although I did get a letter about that recently.
Some of the I forget which network it was. Honestly, at this point, I forget what year it was. But I remember sitting on my computer watching the Super Bowl, just streaming it like that.
Yeah, it should be that way. And other stations might do that. I'm just saying Fox.
But I don't, like I said, I don't remember what network or what year it was, so that may have changed at this point as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it hasn't.
Yeah, I mean the wrestling shows that came on this week were all pretty good. Some big stories, not a lot of big stories. It was just something that I did with my week anyway.
Yeah.
That new show on TNT, AEW Dynamite, it had good ratings, like pretty good ratings, for it to be first ever or whatever, good ratings. The demographics they had were incredible, like because they had double like what WWE can do in 18 to 34
That's pretty good.
males. So it was like one guy was like, like their rating was okay. It was like a 1.4. And if you know anything about TV, like they're not in there to compete, but when I looked it up, it was second in broadcast television.
Right.
Some all-star baseball game was first.
Yeah, the playoff seasons, definitely in baseball.
So it's like, all right, you lost to baseball. Whatever.
Playoffs,
you're gonna lose to
expected.
baseball. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter. But then another guy's like, yeah, but they were number 2, and it was like, and their strongest demographics, 18-34 males. Do you know how many fucking advertising money you can get when you have like over 500,000 18 to 34 males watching of like how they record that or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, dude, they can sell all kinds of shit. What are you talking about? Their advertising money, come next quarter, I'm sure will be way, because they can spend, when it's your first time out as a live program, you can't.
It's kind of hard to say these are what it's going to be watching.
Yeah, you can't. So it was just like, we need advertisers, so.
These are our target demographics.
Yeah. Turner goes out there and like gets them some because that's a big network or whatever. But now you can like hone in,
right,
and try to find some real results. So stuff like that I find interesting. Just the business and the moves that way.
Speaking of cable TV, I was actually surprised to see Spike TV no longer exists.
Did they rename it?
Yeah, it's Paramount Television now.
Yeah, I thought that was bullshit.
And whenever I switched to it at the hotel, it was nothing but movies.
Yeah, that's so weird. Spike TV used to be like a big deal.
Yeah.
Not big deal, but...
I mean, they were showing John Wick on there, so I watched it until a rainstorm came in and knocked out the cable, but...
Yeah. I watched John Wick 3.
I need to see that still.
It was pretty fucking dope.
It looks like it would be. I need to see it.
I started it with the intention of like, man, I don't know if it's going to be as good as the other two. Like, I bet it won't be. It's the third movie in the series. It's an action series. Didn't have a lot of history going for it.
Right.
They do like the opening 3 or 4 sequences of action. I was like, all right, movie's got me. I'll watch the whole damn thing.
I saw a couple of years back there was talk of doing a TV show set in a hotel from a series.
The hotel is cool.
I would love to watch that.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal in 3.
Well, I mean, it's always been a big deal in the movies.
Yeah. Man, yeah, it's a cool little world they got there. I like 3 a lot. I thought, now to talk about what we were talking about, I thought 3 was like, if I had to knock it, I thought it was like a little long.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was probably 20 minutes too long. But again, like it's all high level stuff. They don't have bad action scenes. But there was one thing towards the end where I was like, this is the end. And then it was like, it's not. You know what I mean?
Right.
10, 15, 20 minutes. A little like, I don't know if I needed that. I could probably cut out 10 minutes of just people getting shot. Now, I thought it was fine. But it was like, I thought they could have had it a little tighter.
Right.
Like, again, it's cool or whatever, but we're like towards the end, like, did that many people have to get shot? You know what I mean? Like, we could tighten it up a little.
Right.
But there's a lot of good action for sure.
Played a fair amount of Mario.
Yeah, I don't have a Switch still.
Yeah. I'm almost at the halfway point.
I looked the other day, like, at the Switch games. I was like, is there enough for me to own these? Not yet.
There will be.
I don't know, man. I think we've played my DS a whole lot. No, I didn't pay for my DS. But, yeah, I played, like, a couple Pokemon games. I own, like, Super Mario Bros. Or whatever.
Fair.
I just don't have the time. I don't play the stuff I have on PCs.
Yeah,
PCs plural I have for gaming. I don't like gaming at all.
I picked up the Owlnerd.
Yeah.
Played it for a little bit.
Yeah, I like that game.
Until I had to plug in my laptop, so I switched. And when I played something else.
I like the Islanders. It was cool. I've been playing that Mario Kart Tour game on mobile. And Dr. Mario, some too. They did some new levels for that. I've been still trying to perfect some of the worlds. That's just a egregious, never-ending process. But
I'm probably going to have to restart Dr. Mario.
You shouldn't have to. I think they have a lot. Nintendo login.
Okay, that maybe.
There's a Nintendo login.
I gotta re-download it for sure.
Yeah. The Mario Kart Tour I've been digging. Same thing though. It's fun to play. it's a little feel bad sometimes because I can just like you can just stomp people in races and not get the 5-star. Like it's based on points, not on standings.
Right.
So right now, like I finished everything. I'm just going through and trying to get as many stars as possible, and I'm like really close too. But
Yeah, the Super Mario Run they did a while back ago. It's kind of like that. It's just points.
yeah,
Which points are just coins there, but
yeah. Well, the points thing, it's very, very dependent on. I mean, look, there's definitely skill involved because if I purposefully am trying to do like a thing, I can definitely not do well in a race.
right.
But if I get into a lobby with 7 schlubs and just stomp them, like I can't get points because you get points from the interactions, the doing stuff to other people, the combos, the shit like that. So like you want to be in a competitive but not too competitive lobby, and you want to have the best characters for the course. So,
Right.
like there's a course that I'm stuck on and I just moved past. So that's just like I don't have. Different characters will give you 1, 2, or 3 items when you get an item box.
Okay.
And really, obviously, you want to get a guy that's 3 because it gives you the most bonus points and it gives you the most items.
Right.
And if you hit a box with 3 items and then you jackpot it where you get 3 of the same item, you just tap the screen as many as you want and you get to use that item that many times over and over and over and over. And it does a combo and you get points for using the item every time.
Yeah.
So you want to get one of those to try to bump the score up. So there's like one level I have that I have every single character I own is all 1s. Like there's no 2s or 3s. It's just like there's just a ceiling of points I just can't get to right now until I get one of the better characters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they gotta have some way to monetize it.
Yeah. And I fucking hate that game because Luigi's on the loading screen. Like when you open the game, Luigi's in his Luigi cart on the screen.
Right.
Not a playable character.
Yet.
No, I'm sure it's yet.
Yeah.
But it's like, he's on the fucking screen. He's in the marketing. Man, it made me so mad. There's like 3 or 4 Marios. There's 4 Marios.
It happens.
It's bullshit. There's 0 Luigis. And he's on the art in the loading screen. There's a Mario, a baby Mario, a metal Mario, and a Mario parentheses musician that's like in a red, like in just like a suit, like a New York ballroom suit. It's like 4 just egregiously dumb Marios. Like I get the main one.
Right.
But baby and metal and musician Mario get fucking characters before Luigi gets a character. Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong are in it. Daisy and Peach and Baby Daisy and Baby Peach. Bowser and Koopa. The fucking Green Koopa.
He's a classic Mario Kart character.
Fucking Dead Bowser, Dry Bowser's got a character. Shy Guy's got a character. Toad and Toadette.
Well, you gotta have gender equality there.
Fucking Luigi's girlfriend and her baby form are in the game. Where is my boy? And where is his baby form?
Third patch.
Oh my god.
Oh, do you see what, speaking of Nintendo, for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or whatever it's called?
I can already tell you whatever you're about to ask me, I have not seen.
Okay. Well, Overwatch is coming to the Switch.
Okay.
And apparently Blizzard's like, yeah, use whatever characters you want for Smash Bros.
Dope.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what shouldn't be in Smash?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Waluigi. That's who shouldn't be in Smash.
Look, you just said that, and I went, well, at least Wario and Waluigi are not in Mario Kart Tour yet.
Oh, they will. They probably will be.
Oh, they absolutely will be.
They'll probably put them in before Luigi.
But if they get in before Luigi, I'm going to start sending several very harshly worded emails to Nintendo. Hey, look here, fuck. It wouldn't be so bad, like I said, if he wasn't on the game art.
Right.
When you open the game and the game loads. He's on it. In a cart. And he was in every Mario Kart game that exists. It's bullshit.
Nah, it seems perfectly reasonable to me.
It's like all these fucking dumb Wando characters, and he's not. He's like the only one missing, like very conspicuously.
Yeah, I don't see what the issue is.
Bullshit. At least he was in Dr. Mario from the beginning.
Yeah, at least he's not in the icon for
He's not in the icon.
Mario Kart.
He's not in the icon. That would be like super shitty. But like I said, he is legitimately. Yeah.
Yeah, it was amusing. I played a bunch of Fire Emblem like the first half of my trip.
Yeah.
And then I got to hang out with their guys in the class and just didn't play as much.
I got an email from Rockstar the other day that Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to PC.
Yes.
And I was like, well, Reddit. And you know, they did the same. They're doing the same thing they did with Grand Theft Auto. They're adding some shit. There's some some new stuff for the story. There's some new whatever, you know, better at graphical upgrades and all that shit. I was like, that's great. And then I went on to like not hear about it anywhere else. It's like, where the fuck is your press release or whatever? Like,
I've been seeing ads all over for it.
Okay, maybe I'm just not in the demographic.
Yeah,
even though I'm on their email list.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few ads for it, so
okay,
they're advertising it. You're just apparently not in the market.
That's so weird. It's so I'm like on their email list. Like, how is mine used today and not associated with the Rockstar?
I'm probably gonna pick it up.
I probably will too.
Even though I own it for the Xbox.
See, I don't know.
I do, but it's one of those I feel like I probably do so much better with mouse and keyboard on it.
See, the funny thing is I'll play it with an Xbox controller in my PC.
Yeah.
I can't do mouse and keyboard. I never have been able to.
It was fun playing it on the Xbox, but I'm looking forward to playing it more on PC.
Yeah, I should get it. I'd make time for it. I never played No Man's Sky either. It's still my thing. They just did another big update for it.
And it's so funny to me because of how hyped you were for it.
I know. I fucking really wanted to play it. You ordered it.
You were so hyped. Your hype got me to order it.
I know. That was the thing. I got other people to buy the game. And then, like, you know, it wasn't what it was. So, or it was what it wasn't, you know.
I had fun. I need to play it again.
Yeah, no, I never thought it was bad. I just, like, just never got to it.
Right.
It's just funny, like, every time I open my Steam and I see it, like my I pre-ordered it years ago.
So did I.
I'm just saying, I got, like, the pre-order ship or whatever, bonus ship you get. And it's, like, unclaimed. Because I never opened the game fully to claim it. I must be, like, the only guy on the planet that hadn't claimed this pre-order bonus for the 2-year-old massive AAA game.
Mm. Was it a AAA game?
Yeah, it's not AAA, but, like, it had so much
it was hyped.
Publicity, yeah.
It was super hyped. Yeah. Overhyped.
Yes, definitely overhyped.
Kind of like Spore got overhyped.
Yeah.
And bombed.
It wasn't as bad as Spore.
God, man. Spore had such potential.
I've been watching some new... I don't know how I always find some new YouTubes, but there's a guy, I don't know the name of the channel, but he does a series called What Happened. Like, it's misspelled that way.
Right.
And it's, like, only for, like, media debacle.
Okay.
So it's like he takes the subject of something that just bombed or just critically failed, and then, like, explains the backstory.
Right.
So, I don't know if he did one on Sport, but that just made me think of, like, Duke Nukem Forever and Superman 64. And that one was actually really neat. I didn't know a lot about Superman 64, but the backstory was actually pretty great, pretty cool. All kinds of, like, Super Mario Brothers movie, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Street Fighter movie. Like, I can see your face is just, like, painful as I'm running down these.
And I'm thinking of all those old video game
just
movies.
Low points in life, yeah. And so it's all that stuff. Like, they only go over the worst of the worst.
Well, yeah, might as well. Because that's the stuff people are going to hear about.
Yeah. Some of it's pretty neat, you know, like the Super Mario Brothers movie one was cool. The Superman 64 game one was cool. Another series I just started watching this week was this is Mr. Sunday Movies? Mr. Sunday something. Is the channel, and they do a thing called Curating the Garbage, and it's actually much like our show, except they have like a weird. They'll go over geeky stuff, movies, TV, or comics or video games.
Right.
But they have like a weird thing of like they read and watch all the stuff, but it almost feels like they have zero emotional attachment to the material at all. Like it's always this really, you know what I mean? Like we'll go over movies, and I think we're totally good, but they'll go over a movie. And they have like these weird points that have nothing to do with what you would ever think about, like with a comic book movie. It's a weird detachment they have. It's very strange, but it's interesting. Like they did like Blade and the Spider-Mans from Sam Raimi and the Batman Forever. But they do a lot of backstory and behind the scenes stuff. Like there was a lot of stuff about Tim Burton leaving the Batman franchise and stuff that I didn't know a whole lot, that I didn't know fully. Because they go and do all the research for you, obviously.
And you see where the MCU's keeping Spider-Man for at least a little longer?
I saw headlines. I didn't read anything about it. Because because again, like, it's fun or whatever, but to me it's just like, look, I just want you to know it's movies. Let me go see them. I don't really have any interest in the drama of behind the scenes or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, I know that I heard, like Tom Holland had something to do with it or something.
Yeah, apparently he personally got a hold of the CEO of Disney and pleaded to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, whatever. What are they losing? I did watch the end of Arrow from last season to set up their final season and their Crisis on Infinite Earths thing. It actually looks really cool. I'm super digging it. They're bringing back a lot of people that were in previous DC projects for television. Tom Welling, who was Superman in Smallville, and the Lois Lane from Smallville, the Clark and Lois from Supergirl, Burt Ward, who was Robin in the Batman 66 show. They won't announce what his role is, but he's in the crossover at some point.
Yeah.
Brandon Routh, who played Superman in Superman Returns, who actually is in those shows anyway. He plays Adam. Is playing a Kingdom Come Superman. His costume looks fucking cool.
That's cool.
They got all kinds of like cool people coming back. I mean, those are like the big ones, obviously Smallville, and of course Brandon Routh's not. It's like Brandon Routh should be big. It's like he was like the only one of them that was like in a movie, like a major blockbuster movie.
Right.
But it's like he was already in the show for years anyway, because the movie didn't do that good.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that movie's totally fun. But yeah, I mean, I want to see it, but man, there's like so many shows, there's CW shows for me to catch them all. But I'm gonna try at some point. I'm gonna try. Jesus Christ, you look like you're half dead.
I feel like I'm half dead, but trying to get back into the email for the show, but I can't remember the password.
Oh, I got it.
I doubt we got anything.
No, I looked at it. We're all caught up to it.
Okay.
I looked earlier. It's you have anything else to talk about?
I'm trying to decide if there's anything else for me to talk about. They launched a Kickstarter for this update to Joan of Arc.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, for their expansion.
That's cool.
But they did have a level to go all in. Minus like 4 miniatures
Did you do it?
that were super exclusive. Oh yeah.
How much was it? Magnum.
Quite a bit.
Okay.
But still, I feel like it's a good deal.
I'm sure. Yeah, they did a new Kickstarter for Power Rangers. Battle for the Grid too.
Oh, did they?
For a second wave.
Okay. Anything added to it?
Yeah. Well, first off, let me say I played without you once, and once, and we were playing wrong. Like
I remember you mentioning it. How were we doing it wrong?
So when we were taking damage, we would flip the card and we had to match shields to the damage.
Right.
It actually does soak.
Okay.
So like if you were gonna take 4 and you flipped a 3, it still goes in the discard, but the next card you flip, you're only taking 1.
Oh, okay.
So like if it's a 1,
you don't have to block it all at once.
Yeah. So that makes it slightly easier, but really, like, it didn't come up that many times.
Yeah, that wouldn't help the one ranger, for the White Ranger I was playing about our very first game.
Yeah.
He still would have gotten his ass kicked.
Yeah. Well, he only has like 1 shield. I mean, 1 star, I think, or something.
No, they don't have any shields.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so for like he could do something to add a shield.
Yeah. So it was something like that. So that was making it a little harder. But again, a lot of the stuff we were defending with 1 card anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then on the spawning, we were always flipping 5 cards.
Right.
And the way that the spawning actually works is that when you flip a monster, you essentially spawn it with, we were saying it spawned in the previous location flipped. It literally spawns with that card. You always flip 5 minion cards.
Oh, okay.
So it's 6 spawns with the monster, not 5. Which again is
that
only
makes more sense why it's set up.
Yeah, it does. I thought that when I reread the thing, I was like, man, I guess I was dumb. But I joined the Facebook group they have for the game because they plugged it on their Kickstarter. I didn't even know it existed. And there were like people asking, like, when you do the new Kickstarter, like, are you gonna send out a better rulebook, dickheads? And so it wasn't just me. It was like I saw it from a couple dozen people that were like, hey, can we get like a revised rulebook? Because that thing about the damage, when I went back and found it, it's literally in a positive, like in 1 sentence. It's like tells you how to do the damage. It's like comma, keep flipping, done, and like it never mentions it again. It doesn't show it in the example or nothing.
See, that's where the problem is. It should be if it was in the example,
Of course. Yeah, that was my honest thing because I read
yeah.
an example and I was like, yeah.
I mean, that's what in my mind at least, that's what the examples should be. Is
Yeah.
the more complicated rules.
Yeah. So
Not the basics.
the game got a little easier and a little harder, and was still absolutely lost.
Yeah.
I was thinking 7, but
I mean, look how all it comes to it. But
yeah. So they just did a Kickstarter for season 2 where it's got 3 packs. One pack is the Zeo Rangers, of course, the second team chronologically.
Okay.
All new Zords, new Megazord, all new Ranger cards, all new sculpts. 5.
That's cool.
You know, 5.
Yeah.
$30.
Okay.
Then there's another big figure pack where it's like a big Goldar.
Yeah.
And he's set up like the other big figure where he's got like arm. You know, you have to fight the arm, the leg, the
You got five
torso.
various bits.
So him, a Tommy Oliver pack where it's like just the Rangers that he portrayed.
Man, that's quite a few.
And of course, it doesn't count the ones that had already been made.
Right.
But it does have the white and the green because they were Kickstarter exclusives. But
Okay.
I think that the new sculpts are going to be different.
Yeah, there probably will be, because you don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
If you release a Kickstarter exclusive character, you make sure the Kickstarter version's still unique.
So it's like Mighty Morphin Green, Mighty Morphin White, Turbo Red.
Right?
Because he was Zeo Red, but that's in the other pack. Right? And Black Dino Thunder. So, what?
That's how he did more than that.
It's 1, 2. No, it's like
That may
five
be it,
Rangers.
yeah.
1, 2, Zeo Red, Turbo Red, Black. Yeah, just the 5. So that's the pack, and then they have their own Zord cards. And the card I know is the same for white and green, but the sculpts I think are going to be different.
Okay.
And then if you got any of those 3 things they're sending you, you would have gotten a Black Zeo, who was the 6th Ranger Zeo, and his card and his Zord card, or whatever, and his deck or whatever. Like you couldn't buy him individually. He was just if you got any part of the Kickstarter, you got him. And
Yeah.
Then their tiers were like.
There was a tier to like get all the new content.
Yeah, there was a tier. There was a tier for, like one of the 3 packs,
2 of the 3 packs.
2, and then it was like everything that was not in the first Kickstarter, and then they brought that. They did like Joe Buck where they brought it back for a full all in again.
Right.
First Kickstarter and second.
I'm glad Joan of Arc did that. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they'll do the production on like the season 1 stuff and send it out separate.
Probably not.
Probably not, but I'm hoping for it.
Yeah.
Because I want to play the game.
Yeah.
It was a fun game.
It was a fun game. I saw some people. I sent you some text, but there was more people playing Song of Fire and Ice
Yeah.
with some painted miniatures.
Show offs.
I mean, they weren't like professional or whatever, but yeah. Yeah, I told you it was funny because they went in on the Kickstarter. This is retrospectively about the game, where they had painted miniatures and we don't, and they had painted trays and we don't. But they had no swag for the game at all. They're playing with the cardboard ruler and the half punched cardboard chits.
Scrubs.
Yeah, they're using the.
There's some show off scrubs.
They don't have the throne. They don't have the Martin to be the round tracker.
Is it technically an NCU that has no game effect?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's none of that. So it's like all
basic,
but it's painted, and ours are like full. We have plastic everything, or acrylic everything, plastic everything, and we have a mat. They don't have a mat. They were playing, on 2 tables joined together and like marking off the thing with like castle walls, like as the edges of the maps or whatever. Like,
wow.
It was just a winky dink, but they're all painted miniatures and based. It was just like
man. It was show up with mine and just show off all my terrain and everything.
They had no terrain, right? It was just complete. I didn't even think about the terrain because we have the 3D terrain too.
Right.
It's the colored plastic. Man, it was like just it's so like different. You know what I mean? We're like, they have the painted trays, but they play like the actual game is being played in just the most winky-dink fashion ever. And we're playing the game at the highest level you can play it for the aesthetic.
Right.
But the trays are not painted.
Nothing's painted.
But I actually like our way better than their way. But I was like, Jesus. Yeah. Essentially, apparently they bought it like a couple months ago or something, and they were just like, we're not going to play it unless we paint it.
I mean, there's people out there that are crazy like that.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, do you know how much I own? I'm like looking at my thing, like, he was like, well, it wasn't that hard, And I was like, dude, do you know how much freaking that game I own?
Oh, God. I don't
I was
know
like,
how much I own.
I was like,
trying to paint it.
I was like, I'm not a bad painter. And he was like, well, I didn't even know how to paint. I just YouTubed it and just made my way through it. And some of them are better than others, for sure, on this stuff, And I was just like, I don't think you understand, man. Like, there's so much. I mean, you have more than I do, but fuck.
I have pretty much one of every unit.
Yeah.
There's one unit I don't have, but it's coming now. There was a mix-up somehow. They didn't get pre-ordered.
I didn't get one either, so.
Do you get that corrected? Do you have one coming?
I didn't. I haven't yet.
Okay.
And I haven't missed it, so.
Yeah, maybe I haven't had a chance to play with any of the new stuff.
It's true. I went and played with the Hero Bot, new Hero Bot. And they don't have any other factions except Stark Atlantis.
I wonder if they're the ones that bought the core.
I don't know. Actually, I know they aren't. Because he bought it, I think, off Amazon.
Okay.
Like they had a deal or something, a coupon or something.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing one of the groups I'm in talking about that deal.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was like $80 for the double core, the original core.
Which apparently they hate that they did a double core.
I know. Yeah.
They wish they did them separate.
And they said they have another friend who was going to start playing, and I was like, they're like, who's going to get the core? I was like, oh, which one? They're like, oh, the core. And I was like, no.
You don't have to.
And he was like, well, he was just because of the double or whatever.
Right.
So they actually were buying it because of the but it's old enough that they're getting a deal.
Yeah.
I know why they didn't like it from a marketing perspective, retrospectively, from the company side. Anyway.
Right. I mean, it makes more sense. That way you don't have half a core that you don't want.
Yeah, it would be way better to me if it was four individual cores
right.
instead of a double and then two individuals. Because it's like one of the two things is like, you can, especially since the other one's discounted, it's like, I guess more people would bang for their buck buy the double core, but now you're shortchanging yourself on the single cores, and it's like, I don't know, it was a mistake. They learned.
Yeah.
But it was just when they said it, I was like, I'm glad that I like playing Free Folk. Because if there were 6 players and 4 of them only had Starks and Lannisters,
oh god,
I'm glad that I like playing Free Folk and Night's Watch because
I think right now the Night's Watch is my favorite.
They're badass. Yeah, they're probably the best.
I'm looking forward to the Baratheons here soon.
Yeah,
I think they come out this month.
No, that's cool. I like the color. I get one of them was like I wanted to paint them so we could tell them all apart. And the other guy was like, they had colored plastic. And he was like, well, still. But when they sat them on the table, it made it worse for me. I was like, I can't tell any of this apart. You know what I mean? Like, he did some of them good. Some of them.
Yeah.
Like, a couple of the, like, Dame unit boxes, like, were painted differently. But when I saw them on the table, it was much harder for me to distinguish.
Yeah.
And from the 2 armies, it's harder for me to distinguish difference.
I guess I could see that, but what's in the core, they really don't look all that similar.
I don't know, it was just, it was a lot of silver, a lot of black capes and stuff. Just like the armor and stuff was very similar.
They didn't paint them in the right colors.
Because
the Stark should be a bunch of gray, and the Lancer should be a lot of red.
I'm not saying anything bad about the thing. It's just when I was looking at the thing, I almost like it better unpainted because you can immediately look and see
which group is which.
And see the differences, and I don't know. Like I kind of like it better. I don't know. I'm not saying I would never paint mine or anything because I thought about it for sure. At least trying on some of the units I don't play.
Right.
But I kind of like the aesthetic that they create with the base bottles.
Yeah, it's something I don't feel bad about not painting. As some different games, I feel kind of bad about them not being painted.
I've been seeing a lot of people paint that Power Rangers game, and I don't think it's needed. But
yeah, it's not really necessary. But I can see where it would be nice.
My thing is like I've seen a lot of people paint the Power Rangers, and they look way better painted. I like them how they are, but they do look better painted, and I could probably paint them. But if you painted them, you'd have to paint the villains, and some of them are very intricate.
I mean, the minions would be fairly easy and straightforward.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, some of the monsters I could see.
Master Vile, who I don't know who he is, but he's like one of the denser figures. I saw a guy put a picture of his like painted up, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Power Rangers, they're like 2 colors.
Right.
But man.
Well, I can't think of anything else unless you can.
No, we'll wrap it up. If you have any questions or feedback, we're at qf.mailbag@gmail.com. We're on Facebook at Questionable Fandom Podcast. Instagram is Questionable Fandom. We have a Patreon under the same name. I really would be interested in feedback on episode 20. If anybody listened to it or hasn't yet but wants to, there's a character creation for the upcoming Snows of the Multiverse RPG. And I haven't listened to it back, but I kind of want to see what people thought about that concept of doing something like that live and putting it in the podcast form. But that's going to be it for us this week.